Many years ago in a kingdom called Brolot, there lived a brave knight by the name of Sir PewDiePie. He was King Edgar's and Queen Maya's most valuable knight from the square table. One day, King Edgar summoned Sir PewDiePie to his chamber to ask for a favor.
Sir PewDiePie, both I and Queen Maya believe that you are the only person we can trust with this mission. You must find the sword named Stefano and use it to slay the dragon Cryaotic.
King Edgar instructed. This was unheard of. Slaying the dragon Cryaotic? Only a madman would do such a thing. At first, Sir PewDiePie refused vigorously, but then King Edgar said something that sparked his interest.
If you successfully slay the dragon and save the princess locked in the tower, you will be able to marry her.
How could he resist such an offer? Everyone knew the princess locked in the tower was the most beautiful princess in all of the land. Skin like ivory, eyes the color of chocolate, and a lovely, deep voice.
I will find the sword, slay the dragon, and save the princess before sundown tomorrow,
Sir PewDiePie proclaimed, throwing his fist in the air as if the battle had already been won.
I am glad to hear it,
the king said with a smile.
But please, allow me to send you with a few others for backup.
And this backup happened to be Martyn, a beautiful and talented alchemist who knew her way with magic and the wood elf. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that. It makes it sound like she knows her way with magic and me. Like,
oh.
Do you see how I just read that now?
Goodness.
Oh, that threw me off. Okay. This backup happened to be Martyn, a beautiful and talented alchemist who knew her way with magic, and the wood elf Martyn. The trek to find the sword was long and perilous. Many trials and tribulations stood in their way. The pit of doom, the tomb of malice, and even the field of fabulous. But nothing stood in the way of Sir PewDiePie and his troop. He reached the large rock that held the mighty sword Stefano, and grasped its handle victoriously.
I, Sir PewDiePie of Brolot, proclaim this sword as mine!
He yelled as he pulled at the sword, and pulled at the sword, and pulled at the sword again. No matter how many times he tried, the sword would not budge. Martyn walked up to the weapon and swiftly pulled it out with one tug before handing it to the knight. Oh wait, is this
This is your only line?
Yeah, this is my one line. Do I need to sound like
sound really chipper?
Yeah, you gotta be
like
a wood elf, man.
What a jovial sight to see, Sir PewDiePie! Are you not the strongest in the land?
You're way too good at that.
Was that okay?
Oh, it's fine. It's just that's a wood elf, all right.
We shall see who's strong when I slay the dragon,
he proclaimed. They traveled another few weeks before reaching the castle where the princess lived. They snuck through the gates and met with the 300-foot horror that was the Cryaotic dragon.
What's up?
Just hanging out, you know. All right, here we go. They raised their weapons and stared into the white face of the dragon before charging at full speed. Cry smirked because he knew all too well of the great knight's folly.
I'm glad you came. I love Swedish meatballs for dinner.
Then cry at them all the end.